Hi. I thought I'd just come on. I came on a lot the last week, say a few different things on lives that I've done, because questions that clients have asked me. Today, it's slightly different. It's not a question that they actually asked, it's what I've seen and what I've heard. One but that is that I have got an amazing job. I've got such a fulfilling and rewarding one when clients get the realization or they get the you give them some tools and knowledge to empower access people, but just to enable them to take a step forward in their life when they've been really, really struggling. They couldn't find any way going forward. They come to you with so many things going on in their mind, so many things going on in their life to think, but they can't see the wood for the trees. Sometimes you have to just get them to take all of it and stop thinking about the story that they tell themselves and actually try and pinpoint what is the actual issue. And I've had a couple this week that have been totally inspiring. Two young ladies that, for me, it's been amazing and really has shown me why I do this. Because the effort they've put in, the changes that they've made in a short spaces of time is just incredible. And it really fills you, it fills your heart as well when you see them do that and smile. When you first meet them, they can't even do that. But just to see that smile on their face, see that reaction, and hear from them how other people are commenting on the way they are, that is fantastic. And I'm so happy for them at what they've done. But on the other side, I started to think is the way they came to me and somebody else today. Why does it have to be until they're near enough breaking point before they come and speak to someone? Why does it have to be that they feel as though they've no other options? They have to go and do this because they don't know what they'll do if they don't get some help now. And I listen, tell me stories of going to see doctors and they tell the doctor the same thing and they get a prescription that to help. And it does help for a bit. But what it doesn't do is alleviate whatever caused the issue. It suppresses the feelings. It makes them feel a bit better, some of them. Some, in one description they said that I felt like a zombie. It's like one of the movies with somebody just stalking about and you don't really know where they are. That's how they felt. And it got so bad that they didn't get a feeling they wanted to do anything. They just felt totally useless. So they want to go out and find another way of doing something. But luckily for them, they saw something that I put on recently. So they reached out to me instead, can we talk? And it feels great in one respect, I said for the ones earlier, but also saddens me as a society that we let people get this far before they have to decide either one of two options. One, maybe never be here anymore, or the other one, reach out and try and find somebody like me. I don't know why they feel they can't speak to a friend, a colleague, speak to somebody, anybody, their doctor, anything, say, stop, no, just listen to me for a couple of minutes. Please listen to what I'm trying to say. And maybe the message will get across. Maybe it's they just don't know how to put it across at times, because I know what they've came to see me. It's so convoluted with so many emotions and feelings going through them. I said it is difficult sometimes to strip all that out and just try and just get onto what the exact thing is that's wrong. They don't always know that themselves. In fact, a lot of time, the issue is not the issue, you say, when they'll come into you, because what they think can be wrong is what their emotions built up to, but it's not actually how it started. So it's a challenge, I know, for anybody to try and approach someone if you notice something different, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You keep wondering, what if I'm wrong? But sometimes you could save a life just by the fact you're asking somebody, you okay? And if they say, yeah, I'm okay, and it's not in the normal tone, it's not the look that you would expect, say, no, wait a minute, are you really okay? That second question can be so important, because it's maybe getting the brain to stop and say, actually, well, no. Because we all seem to do it as a reaction. We just say, yeah, I'm okay, but they're not always okay. And especially at this time of year, it can be such a difficult time of year for people who feel alone. It's different from being lonely and feeling alone. You can feel lonely just because you've got nobody else, you feel anybody around you, but you're okay. You just feel a bit lonely, it's a bit down a day. There's nobody around that I can talk to now, but tomorrow you might not feel that way. But somebody who feels totally alone can be a totally different feeling to them. The feeling of that is that they cannot reach out to anybody. They don't feel as though there's anybody there that they can listen to. or listen to them. Someone who just can have that conversation, a normal one, and without talking about that, whatever the problem is, because their family friends know they've got an issue. Sometimes that's what the problem is. They just want someone to treat them. I had a lovely thing from somebody last night. Treat them like a human being. And I always said to people I work with, I treat the person, I don't treat the issue. Because I said before, the issue is not always the issue. So I treat whoever sits in front of me. That's the way I look at it. Until I can't really get any more, I've got everything I'm going to go at them, and then I've got to figure out how we can actually proceed. But with someone like that day who felt that dark and that down, it's not always that easy to do that. But after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, I just sitting and listening, nodding, agreeing, just acknowledging they were speaking. And all I asked them was, tell me about yourself. I didn't say anything else, didn't have to ask any other questions. I didn't say what's wrong. I just said, tell me about yourself. And it all poured out. And it's really, really hard sometimes to hear that. And you can't just say to them, like, why did you go do this? Because you're putting a sort of blame onus onto them. But surely as friends, colleagues, workmates, whatever we are, we must notice things in people, especially this time of year. Maybe they're a bit quieter than normal. Maybe they don't come to meetings, or they don't put the camera on when they normally would. Maybe if you are managing to get out for Christmas dues and that, they don't come, they make excuses, but they usually come. They usually one of the first people to say, I'm about life and soul of the party, but suddenly they're not. Do we actually pick up on these things? Do we notice them? If we could, it could really change some of the people. Take a note of that just over the next few weeks. If you do notice anything like that, anybody who's totally different or acting different, just check in with them. Just ask them if they're okay. And if they come back and they said it's a tone you don't recognise, or it's not like them, just say, no, really, are you okay? And say it that way, so that you're trying to you're making them know that you really want to know, you want to help. You're not just like a passing comment. There's so many people out there who'll be sitting alone at this time now, not knowing what to turn to, who really could do with that, just somebody's ear, somebody to do it with. So still not saying not enjoy your Christmas and have your time over the next few weeks enjoying your night suit and everything, but please keep an eye out for other people, because not everybody's that lucky. And if it does help, get them to contact the GP, get them to contact somebody like me. My details are here, you can get it on here. Get them to contact another therapist, a coach. As long as they get someone, they can get some help. But get them to take that first step. That's the most important thing, is just take that one step forward. Because at least if they're doing that, they feel worthwhile. They feel as though, right, I'm making an effort, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get there. And that first step sometimes is the hardest. But you can be the instigator for that. You can be the one person that really helps that. And how would you feel if you realise what you've done for that person, when the next time you see them, they're smiling? The next time you see them, they're happy, the voice has changed, everything's changed, just by getting someone to listen, and you did that. So how would that make you feel? Anything at all you can do, just try and do it. But keep an eye out for people that you know, friends, colleagues. If anything like that sticks out, please do something. Thank you very much for listening. And if there's anything I can do, so the details are here, just let me know. Thank you very much.